Did you catch this mathematical blunder on the Great Christmas Bake-Off? There were loads of fantastic shows on over this Christmas season, and Bake Off was no exception. They had the stars from Peep Show going head to head. In the signature challenge, though, they were tasked with making hanging biscuits. And this was where I caught it. Can you see what went wrong with this image? An object's centre of mass is the point through which the entire weight seems to act. For symmetric objects, which are solid and have uniform density, the centre of mass lies along the axis of symmetry. For example, look at a circle or a triangle. The centre of mass is in the middle. However, the centre of mass doesn't actually have to be part of an object. A donut, for example, has a centre of mass inside of the middle of the hole. One key fact, though, is when you hang an object, the centre of mass is always directly below the point of suspension. And assuming Matt's biscuits are solid and have uniform density, I can tell you right now that the centre of mass was not going to be below the hanging point in the drawing, and the birds were gonna topple. Similar disaster also hit Sophie, whose centre of mass of biscuit were above the hanging point, probably because the wings of the angels were too heavy. You can do all sorts of cool balancing tricks when you know how the centre of mass of objects work. Like this balancing bird, you'd expect the centre of mass to be somewhere in the body, but the wings are big enough that it pulls the centre forward and places it in the beak, and you can balance it on top of the centre of mass like this. So if you're going to try and make some hanging biscuits this year, check your point of suspension carefully.